Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello, everybody. Songfather. Welcome to the Songfather Show. The 21st of June, 2019, the first day of summer. And at least up here today, this morning, wow, I was looking for Noah. But now the sun is out, and I'm sweating a little bit. So that's in coordination with the first day of summer, so not bad. And Tino is just, he's happy as a bird in a cage, bird cage. So I hope everybody out there is doing good, and I hope your hands are okay after clapping and cheering for the Yankees last night, because, I know everybody is becoming a Yankee fan now. It's just amazing. Aaron Judge returns tonight. Aaron 99 Judge. So this team is just like stacked. It's unbelievable. And, Encarnacion and Stanton and everybody else. But who hits the homer yesterday? DJ hits the homer. TJ hits the homer. Gleyber hits another homer. I mean, it's just, this team is unbelievable. But I know some people are going to go, we need pitching, maybe another arm for the pen, and definitely another starter. So, we'll see. I guess they're waiting to see what happens with the two guys that are down, what happens with their arms, and see if they can come back. German was leading the major leagues in wins. He had 9-1, and then, so hopefully when he comes back, he'll come back into that same form. And but if everything falls according to plan, it's going to be some hell of a ride going all the way into October. Long time, 10 years. For Yankees, that's a long time. I know some of you are waiting a lot longer, but I don't care. Woohoo! All right, so let's hit some of the news. Here's something on a funny note, I think, because, of everything with the Trumpster, from the campaign and into his presidency, all the problems CNN was giving him, and all the exposure that he gave them, and how many times they were caught because of him faking news stories, faking crime scenes. I mean, it was just unbelievably ridiculous. And so at his rally, CNN was covering it, and they had to cut off the feed because, and I don't forget how many were there, but somebody said it was like 63 or 70,000 people. They were all chanting CNN sucks. So they had to cut off their feed and, whatever, put something else on. I thought that was funny. Another death in the Dominican Republic. We're up to 11 now in the last year. And, public outcry now is getting a little bit louder. And I think it's taking a little bit too long. But, I've been saying it all week. I've been saying it all last week. Something better be done. Somebody better get in there and get some answers, because this is forget about the tourist trade. These are human beings that are dying, getting deathly ill, and the 11 that died is only I'm talking about as Americans. I don't know how many others might have died because of something they ate or drank down there, and from other countries that is just not reported. I don't know, but it's horrible. So, you're not going to the Dominican Republic. He wants me to open a window and let him go. And in New York, you hear a lot of talk about it, like rats. That guy's a rat. There are rats everywhere. They're probably up in the ceiling. And in Buffalo Wild Wings, the chicken wing chain, here in New York, a lady was sitting there, I don't know if it was with her boyfriend or her family or whatever, but, she was sitting there looking at the menu, deciding what she's going to eat, and a rat fell out of the ceiling onto her menu. Oh, man. Goodbye, Buffalo Wild Wings. You're done. Out of the ceiling, not even dead. I mean, not that would matter, but if it was dead, at least you say, oh, geez, what the? I must have died up there. This thing was live and landed on her menu, There was a bit of heavy screaming going on, and it was big, according to her. The picture I saw, it was a little bit bigger than a normal rat, but it's New York, come on. But she said it sounded like a Mack, when it hit the table in the menu, it was like a Mack truck crashing into a building. Okay, let's not exaggerate here, young lady. But, yeah, imagine that. Could you imagine you sitting out there? What am I going to have? I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Hey, caramba, what we going to do? And then here on the island of Long, in the beautiful town on the southernmost coast of Long Island, and down in Long Beach, they're finding traces of E. coli in the water. Not good. Hurricane Sandy took out a lot of the Rockaways, a lot of Long Beach and Oceanside, and all along the coast down there. And I don't know. I just hope it's not in the swimming water. It's in the water, the drinking water, the cooking water. So I know they're all over that, and there's some are attributing it to Hurricane Sandy, and animals that died and got buried, and who knows whatever else. Maybe that rat in there. And over in Philly, big, the largest oil refinery on the entire east coast of the United States of America. Ba-boom. Houses shook, windows broke. It was like they thought it was a bomb going off. We were at war. Haven't heard yet what caused it, and I would guess we're not going to hear for a while. You can get through a thorough investigation, but there was some fireball. How this is going to affect prices, I don't know, but thank God, believe it or not, nobody got hurt. That's the amazing part of this whole thing. But so, all right, let's get to this first song. This song by Mr. Dino Croscetti, and aside from having a cocktail once in a while, which I think by now everybody knows, he liked to have a drink. Don't get me wrong, but most of that was just played up for the character that he created. Most of the time he drinks iced tea. Drank, may he rest in peace, but he would drink iced tea, or a glass of water. But he's also a very good chef because. This song came out in 1953, which I can't believe. I didn't think it came out to like the 60s or 70s, but it's called Memories Are Made Out of This, and it's Dino's unbelievable recipe for a long, long, wonderful love life. So get your pen and papers out over there and write down this recipe because it is better than anything Fred Rubino could come up with. Nothing personal, Fred.
The sweet, sweet memories you've given me, you can't beat the memories you've given me.
Take one fresh and tender kiss.
The memories you've given me.
Had one stolen night of bliss.
The memories you've given me.
One girl, one boy, some grief, some joy. Memories are made of this. Don't forget a small moonbeam folding lightly with a dream. Your lips and mine, two sips of wine. Memories are made of this. Then I beside the wedding bells, one house where lovers dwell, and 3 little kids for the flavor. Stir carefully through the days, see how the flavor stays. These are the dreams you will savor with His blessings from above. Serve it generously with love. One man, one wife, one love through life. Memories are made of these. Memories are made of these. Huh? Is that the recipe for love or not? Yeah. That a boy Dino. Always liked that song. You know, it's a typical Dino song, but you know, the fact that you make a recipe like that for love and for life, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Hold on, shall we? Somebody asked me if this was Sambuca. No. Somebody asked me if this was wine. No. Somebody asked me if this was water. Yes. I don't know if you can hear him because I'm all the way over here. Let's see if I can get a mic and just stick it in his cage for one of these shows. He don't shut up. So anyway, the kid lived, but still on a sad note. An e-cigarette exploded. Another e-cigarette. Let me rephrase that. Another e-cigarette exploded, and in the kid's mouth, and broke his jaw in 2 places, and knocked out a kid. I don't even remember how many teeth were broken and knocked out. You know, they're not good. I don't know what people don't understand. They think, oh, I'm not smoking cigarettes with all that stuff in it, but it doesn't matter. It actually gives off more nicotine than a regular cigarette. The stuff that they're putting in, they're using them now to put pure marijuana extract oil inside of it, and they're mixing it with other stuff to get high off an e-cigarette. So, the guy could be working for you, sitting right next to you at work and puffing on his e-cigarette, but it's not, it's not a good thing. I mean, smoking is not a good thing, but these e-cigarettes, it's electric. Why are you putting some electric in your mouth and taking a chance on it, And it's not like, well, come on, what was it? It happened once in the last 10 years. No. It's happened way too many times. There have been deaths attributed to it, and it's just not good. And I think that's why the brands keep changing. I just think there's too much involved with it, and they're trying to cover up a bunch of stuff. And maybe the initial idea was good, for health reasons, but it's not good. It's just not. And now it's being linked to some kind to brain damage. And look it up. You can look it up on the internet, and just type in e-cigarette damages or side effects or whatever it is, and you'd be amazed. Popcorn lungs, irreplaceable, and they call that because, like, if this is the lung, a piece of it pops off like a popcorn kernel and leaves a hole in there. And by the time it's all done, it looks like an old sponge, and you can't replace it unless you can try to get some lung transplants, and imagine waiting for that. But, you'd have to live on a machine until they could find one, and the chances are not good. So, at least stop with the e-cigarettes first, and then stop everything else. So please, don't make me have to go out there and start looking. It's not good. But I got to say, when they first came out, I thought it was great. Only because, you couldn't smoke in restaurants and really anywhere. And I was at a wedding reception. I think it was a wedding reception. And it was in the basement of this place. And to have a cigarette, you had to go up 3 flights of stairs. To go have a cigarette, me, I worked my own deals and got out to the kitchen or whatever. But still, and my friend's wife was there, and when we were sitting there, she lights one up, and I go, "What are you, nuts? Come on." She said, "You can't smoke down here." She goes, "Yeah, let them tell me I can't smoke." And I'm like, "Oh, God, here we go." And not even 5 minutes go by, and here comes the maitre d', Mr. Stuffy Ass. "Excuse me, no smoking allowed in here." What? She goes, "What?" He goes, "You're not allowed to smoke cigarettes in here." She goes, "Well, I'm not smoking a cigarette." Now the guy's like, Okay, she's a bitch. I don't know how am I going to handle this nice. I see that in your hand. You're going to have to put it out. She was, well, where would you like me to put it out? There's no ashtray here. I know. I'll put it out in my head. And she took it, right? Took a drag, and it lights up. And then she stuck it in the forehead. The guy almost had a heart attack. I looked at her and like, what's wrong with you? And she goes, it's not real. Oh. The guy goes, that's all he did. Oh. And then he walks away. And I said, you're nuts. You're out of your mind. Give me that. I walked around. I waited till I got yelled at by almost everybody that worked there. So for that, I'm saying it's fun, but not for the health reasons and the serious things that it does to people. Forget it. Let it go. Let it go. And then a pet peeve, before I get into this story here, because I might even save this. I'll do one more song because this thing's got me a little nuts. But I'm going to save them both. See? All I think about is your pure entertainment. That's all I care about. So let's do this song. It's been done by about 2,482 billion people. No, but a lot of people did this song. All different, slow, fast, and everything else. Have I told you lately that I love you? And I say that, and most of you are going to go, oh, yes, yeah, Rod Stewart. Now, Elvis, 2A's Aaron Presley, had a hit with this all the way back before I was born, before I was even swimming to the egg. Have I told you lately? Have I told you lately that I love you?
Love you, love you.
Could I tell you once again somehow? Have I told with all my heart and soul how I adore you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Have I told you lately when I'm sleeping? Every dream I dream is you somehow. Have I told you why the nights are long when you're not with me? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. My heart would break in two if I should lose you. I'm no good without you anyhow. And have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. My heart would break in two if I should lose you. I'm no good without you anyhow. And have I told you lately that I love you? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Well, darling, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you right now. Ain't that nice? Well, darling, I'm telling you now. Gotta love the king. Gotta love it. He played everybody to the hilt. Bing, boom, boom. All right, let's see. Here's a pet peeve. Pet peeve. A woman put up on Facebook, I would like to wish my husband a happy 30th wedding anniversary, the best 30 years of my life, the greatest man, blah, 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 blah. I love you with all my heart and soul. I would not have missed this for the world, or something like that. Okay. And then somebody said, wait till he reads this. What's he going to write back? And she goes, no, he's not on Facebook. What are you putting it on there for then? I don't get it. You're saying this to your husband of 30 years, the greatest man to walk the planet ever since men were invented, made your life the best life anybody ever had. Any woman, any man, any human ever had a better life because of this man. And you're putting it on Facebook, and he's not even going to see it. It hurts. It hurts me. It actually hurts my head to think about that. God, whatever. But happy anniversary. I'm happy for the both of you. And, maybe you'll have to read it to him later. And, but of course, then everybody fills in. And, I'm not stupid. I know why it's up there. And then everybody fills a happy anniversary, happy anniversary. I mean, before you know it, you get 50, 60, comments underneath wishing you a happy anniversary. All except the guy that, is making it happy for you. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, death number 11, boom. E-cigarettes, boom. Buffalo Wild Bings with the rat. Bings? Equali in Long Beach. Oil refinery in Philly. That's pretty serious. Happy anniversary. That's serious for a psychiatrist. And CNN sucks. Very funny. So, in New Jersey, I don't know if you read about it. I don't know if you saw it, online. But a 12-year-old girl was violently raped by a 16-year-old boy that was in her school. He was arrested. He was charged with aggravated assault. He was charged with rape and something else. They get to the court, and they want to try him as an adult. He is 16, so he's not really. But the heinous of this crime, the violence of it, that a lot of people, and a lot of it, most of the time, is men, believe it or not, that don't understand the violence of a rape. It's not just a body that's raped; it's the soul, it's the brain, it's everything. And so it gets to the court, and this judge throws almost everything out. Will not try him as a judge. Will not try him as an adult. And write her name down, and just spread it everywhere. Her name is Marcia Silva, Silva. And this is what she said. Okay, the offender. I can't even read it without getting mad again. She goes, other than the effect, she wouldn't, hold on, let me back up. 16-year-old had sores and blood. It's in a report. It was testified in court when they did the rape kit and everything else, and there was blood on her legs and everything else, okay? So then this Marcia Silva says that the offense, although this court sees it, that other than losing her virginity, which the court does not find to be especially serious, the girl did not suffer any physical or emotional injuries out of this. So she's not going to charge him as an adult. She's not going to charge him with a rape or aggravated assault. I don't get it. If that was a man saying that, then I could say the guy's an asshole. But this is a woman. And she don't get that. She's just blowing it off. It wasn't that serious. Right? She lost her virginity. That's like her answer. So what? It's her virginity to lose when she wants to, when she chooses to do it. What the hell is this all about? It's not that serious. No, she didn't suffer anything physical. The report in the hospital said she was covered with black and blue marks and she had blood. Oh, well, that's from the hymen. I don't give a shit what it's from. This 16-year-old mook jumped on top of her, forced himself onto her and into her, and now he's going to walk away like he stole her lunch money? That's fucking bullshit. Marcia Silva, get her out of there. Rip the gown off of her. And we'll stop it there, but rip it off. No longer could she possibly ever be allowed to be a judge after a statement like that. The good news is 2 other judges, they have panels up there, especially on some cases like this that are of a serious nature. And if one judge rules that an unfavorable or unthinkable decision, it goes to this panel, and then they can either say it's okay or they can overturn it, and they did overturn it. And this guy's being charged with everything, and going to trial now for everything that he was charged with. So at least, thank God, for the other 2 who were men. It makes no sense. It shouldn't anyway. It should, there should be no gender involved in that. You're raped, you're raped. That's it. you know. Oh, people make it up. Sometimes girls make it up, and they don't want to go home. What if my family finds out? And, so I'm just going to say, bullshit. This is, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Yeah, it does happen, unfortunately. I knew somebody, that was married, and she was convinced that her husband was cheating on her. And so they got into a big argument about it. And she was just wouldn't stop. She wouldn't let up. And I know he's cheating. And I went, and they got into an argument. And she went over and she dialed 911. Hung up the phone. He goes, what was that? She goes, I called the police. He goes, for what? And she goes, for this. And she takes a pot, pops herself in the face. Cops pull up, they open the door. They barely even asked 2 questions, and they took the guy out of there, So, yes, that stuff does happen. But this is not, this is not what happened. This was a rape. This was an intentional attack on a 12-year-old girl. So, and that's why the police and the district attorney were leaning towards trying this guy as an adult, because he's 16. In the eyes of the law, one more year, and he is an adult. It's not 18 or 21. So he would have been tried as an adult anyway. But taking into the fact that this girl had just turned 12, who's really a pubescent, and you rape her, and you hurt her, and you cause blood, and you take her virginity away, that's supposed to be a wonderful experience for a woman the first time it happens. And she's not going to have that now. Actually, any other time without good counseling that she goes to have any kind of, interactions with a man, it's going to be very traumatic for her. But not according to Marsha Silva. Not serious, and the girl did not suffer any physical or emotional injuries because of it. You piece of shit. So, anyway, I told you it got under my skin, because that's what it does. And no, that's not a hint. I'm not going to sing I Got You Under My Skin. I want to get away from all this, so I'm just going to fly away with Francis Albert. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band. It's toot his flute for you. Fly with me, let's take off in a blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weatherwise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. But it's perfect for flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Oh! Ba-dum-bum. Fly, Robin, fly. Remember that song? Fly, Robin, fly. That was usually around 10:30. That song would hit. That's how much we went out. We knew exactly what songs were going to come on at what time, unless there were some friends of ours that were going through breakups, and I will not say any names, but you might hear. You would hear the same song. I would say close to 50 times in the night. Trying to send a message musically through the waves. The girl wasn't even in the club. But, the heart knows what it knows, and it hurts when it hurts, and whatever you can do to ease it, fine. But you don't have to hurt everybody else while you're doing it, Come on. Same thing, girls, the same thing. Now everybody's got a DJ. There's no more jukeboxes, When it went up to $1 and you could play 5 songs for $1, it was like, wow. And then it was $5, and, then you could play whole half sides of an album. Now, Whatever that DJ wants to play, you're going to play. You're going to listen, you're going to dance to it, or you're going to leave. It's up to you. But that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. You know, I think the first jukebox was on Noah's Ark, and nothing was played because he didn't bring any humans on. He only brought 2 of every kind of animal. What is that all about? If you think about it, how come he didn't bring 2? If the whole earth flooded and he was able to save 2 already so we can keep that population going, then how are we here? Because he didn't bring any humans onto the ark. So that means every human died. Correct? Oh, I'm correct. So we're not here. I'm not even doing this right now. It's not real. It's not. Nope, it's not. The bird's not real over there. Nope, sorry. And this Sambuca isn't real either. Nope, no, it's not. So if you remember back in the 80s, early 80s, when that movie came out, Urban Cowboy, and swept the country. Everybody became a cowboy. Everybody became a tough guy. And everybody was riding the bulls in the bars, and every emergency room's profit went up about 700%. And it was a fun time. And this song by Johnny Lee, "Looking for Love," I mean, man, that song was on the radio and I played in clubs for a long, long time because it was different, of course. It was country, but it was a great song. It kind of really, really laid it out, what goes on in most of our life. I spent a lifetime looking for you, going to single bars, and nothing ever worked, playing the stupid games, hoping I was going to win, come out on top, and then boom, there she is. That's the one. That's who I've been looking for my whole life. Well, there he is. That's the one. That's the one I've been looking for my whole life, Or, oh my God, look at that puppy. That's the dog I've been looking for my whole life. But so I love this song. Johnny Lee, put on your cowboy hats and join me, shall we? I'm sorry, bud. I didn't know, bud. Let's go, sissy. We're going home. Well, I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time lovers, never true. Playing a fool's game, hoping to win. Telling those sweet lies, losing again. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. God bless the day I discover another heart looking for love. I was alone then, no love inside. I did everything I could to get me through the night. I don't know where it started or where it might end. I turned to a stranger just like a friend. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart looking for love. You came a knocking on my heart's door. You're everything I've been looking for. Well, no more looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now Now that I've found a friend and a lover, I bless the day I discover you. Oh, you looking for love. Looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I've found a friend and a lover, I'm blessed the day I discovered you. Yeah, you. Cut right off. Oh, man. They must have had to get to that hotel very quickly. See, that's what I do for Tino. He goes nuts. If you could see him now. What? Don't look at me. I'm doing a show. Eat. Pazzo. Good pazzo, but pazzo. I think I make him crazy. I think I make everybody that comes to my life nuts. I think that's what happens. That was my purpose in life, you know. Remember that in The Jerk? Remember the movie The Jerk? This first movie, I actually had a little bit of urination laughing so hard in the seat. It was such a stupid, hysterical movie. And plus, we were day drinking before we went to it, so that didn't hurt. But it was, when he writes a letter home to his parents, his black family. Today, I found out what my special purpose was for. I don't need anything, just this glass and this microphone, and that's it. Or just this glass, this microphone, and this pen, and that's it. Anyway, so I think we're doing pretty good here on time. You know, I always try to make Friday, try to keep it to a half hour, 40 tops. You know, because the weekend is ahead, and you guys got to get out and do things and watch the Yankees beat up. There's a guy on ESPN on the radio. He's been around a long time. I recognize the voice. I just couldn't put the name to it. And there was a rain delay at the stadium last night. You know, it was pretty bad for a while, the rain that came through. But hopefully that's it for a while. And, I mean, it's nothing like Ohio. They said it's been raining 5 days a week. 5 days out of every week for the last 3 months. Oh, my God. But anyway, so they cut back to the station, to the radio station, and when the top comes back up, and then they'll go back live to the game. And all this guy kept saying is, I don't know if he feels like he's Johnny Sports by doing it, but instead of calling them the Houston Astros, which we all know we say Stros once in a while, that's like the nickname, you know. Mm-mm. In the 20 minutes while I was driving home, when this came on, you know, I mean, it took, believe it or not, it only took me an hour to get home from the city, which was pretty amazing with the rain and the floods, but thank God for that, you know. But in the last 20 minutes of my ride before the top came back off, he must have said it 50 times. Stros. The Yankees beating up on the Stros. Not a good week for the Stros, but the Stros got a lot of people coming off the injured list, so the Stros should be a stronger team. I wanted to go, yeah, here's your Stro right here. So anyway, so keep it a little short. Get the fifth song in here. Make everybody happy. We went over the news fairly quick, and there's other things that will happen over the weekend, and we'll talk about on Monday. But this song by Bread is a very nice way of saying take your clothes off. No, I'm kidding. Well, kind of. Called I Want to Make It With You, and it's like saying, let's go, let's just give it a shot. Let's try it. I really want to make it with you. And I got to tell you, a little naive when it first came out. I thought he meant I want to make it. I don't want to break up with you. I think we can make it. No, I'm not too sure what the hell the whole song was about. But it's so beautiful, I almost don't care, Hear it? Great group Red was. Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? Maybe climbing on rainbows, but baby, here goes. Trees there for those who sleep, Life is for us to keep. If you're wondering what this song is leading to, I want to make it with you. I really think that we could make it, girl. No, you don't know me well. Every little thing only time will tell. You believe the things that I do, and we'll see it through. Life can be short or long. Love can be right or wrong. If I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. But I really think that we could make it good. Baby, you know that dream, there for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. If I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. I really think that we could make it good. Yes, I do. What a beautiful song. Of course, I was kidding about that was about making it together forever. I think you're the one. I think together we are an unbelievable freaking team. Huh? We're going to be better, okay, than that lady that was married to that guy for 30 years that completely changed the whole world. That's how good we're going to be. If you take your clothes off. I crack myself up. So anyway, so there's the show for tonight. Again, say a prayer for the 12-year-old girl and for the boy. Sometimes boys are just stupid. They don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't matter. That he learns from this and, has a productive life after whatever happens, and that she can go on with her life after such a disgusting, violent, heinous crime committed against her that a judge almost threw out. And just remember, everybody, whether you're for Donald Trump or not, seriously, okay? CNN sucks. So have a good night, everybody. I love you. Thank you. Keep watching, keep sharing, and telling your friends about it. I think we all have a lot of fun. The chats and some of the comments that are made crack me up. Some of them, touch my heart. And so you make me feel like, we're going good. We're back averaging around 1,400 a show, 1,400 views, and we can get more people to participate in the chatting part. It'll be all that much more fun. But I'm having fun doing it, and it certainly does appear that a lot of you are having fun listening. So I keep doing it. It's my son's, the clone, partly Sonny. Sonny number 3 said the other day, he goes, "Dad, I got to tell you," he goes, "I just love watching you when you do your show. You look so rested and at ease and so happy. This has been your true calling all along." And I said, "Yeah, no shit. But let's hope it's not too late, Let's hope that Iran doesn't ruin my future plans." And anybody down in the Florida area, Boca Raton, my good friend Mr. Fred Rubino was down at the Boca Box in Boca Raton. Christine will be with them, his wife Christine, and go down, get tickets. You can still get them at the door. You can get them online, but if you're down there, and a lot of people complain, Freddie never plays down in Florida. Well, he's been. And he's got a bunch of dates coming up, but the Boca Box is a really nice place to go and have a little something to eat and then get entertained by Mr. Fred Rabino. And as he said, if you've been living down here in Florida and you've really kind of lost all kinds of track with your, how you grew up and your heritage and nostalgia and everything else, come see my show. I'll have you back like this, he says. In 5 minutes, you'll be back. And he will. So if you can do it, do it. That'd be great. So good night. Bam. I love yous all. And I will see you on Monday because with this, I get the weekends off, because I want to, because I can. So, Anne Marie Vitale, here you go.